if you're not interested, click off now. I'd rather you just click off now. Like, if you're not interested, just click off now. If you are interested, thank you, and carry on watching the video. I've got a lot to tell you. And if you're wondering what's going on in that, like I said, just keep on watching the video. You'll get it eventually. So I'm just going to get into it now. No messing about. Let's get into it. So basically, to sum it up, the season's been a bit of an unsuccessful season now, in terms of trophy-wise, success-wise. But in terms of me growing as a player, I've grown massively within this season. But I haven't played to the extent I wanted to, and I'll go through that now. So at the start of the season, I was set up to play for 2 teams. I'm going to name the teams, I'm just going to say them. Buckingham Athletic was one of the teams I was playing for this season, and Bugbrook St Michael's. So I'll talk about the Bugbrook situation first. So we were going to be going into the Junior Midlands Prem. Now that's a lot of travelling. It's mainly based around Birmingham area, and I'm in Milton Keynes, so it is a bit of a travel. Like, it's a lot of money in petrol. It's just a bit of a travel. We managed to get to the first few games. I was going with my mate's dad, so we managed to get to the first few games pretty comfortably. And the first game was a massive wake-up call to what I was going to be playing against. And literally, I came off that game, and the manager, like, I really liked the manager there. And it was a shame that I couldn't carry on the season with him, because he was a fantastic manager. But I came off the game, and he was like, look, that left back had you in your pocket. You need to switch it up. You need to be less predictable in your attacks. A bit more of a force in the air. Like, if you're not winning the ball, like, be an obstacle. And he just taught me a lot of things that when you're playing against a bigger opponent. And I learned a lot from that manager. So it was a shame I couldn't carry on with him. So basically, the first game was a bit of a struggle, massive wake-up call. Second game, I got into the rhythm. I managed to score. I managed to get a goal. I got into the rhythm, and I'd say I was probably contender for man of the match that game. It was a fantastic game, that second game. So then after the second game, I'm like, look, I've got my rhythm going on. Third game comes, we grind out a lovely 1-0 victory. And it was just one of those games where everyone played fantastic, and it was a well-deserved win, and I just felt like I felt like part of the team. And then it kind of all went downhill from there, because travelling started to become a massive issue. The person who was taking me, I'm not going to name any names because, you know, it's a bit unfair. The person who was taking me was just a bit reluctant to take me because, you know, other people wanted to come watch his son, which is perfectly understandable, but, you know, it's a little bit harsh on me. And money-wise, I wasn't working at this time. It was very early on during the year. I wasn't working, which means that I couldn't, in fact, afford petrol, like, and I had to stop going, and I had to stop playing for the team, which is very disappointing. Looking back at it, I'm still disappointed to this day. I would have loved to play for that team for the whole season, and you never know what could happen playing in the Midlands Junior Prem. You know, it was a good league, fantastic league, but it just wasn't to be. I always say everything happens for a reason, and you know that means my sole focus was on Buckingham this season, and Buckingham was just a struggle. It was just a massive struggle for me. Like, at the start of the season, I was coming off the bench for about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Like, I was getting minimum game time. But getting in towards the season, injuries started to get a little bit higher. I started to get an opportunity in the cup. Did well in the cup, and I got sort of my breakthrough. In my breakthrough, I actually managed to get joint player of the month alongside one of my teammates, and that was a massive high for me this season. Probably the highest point I've had this season, because, you know, going from sitting on the bench to actually getting a breakthrough and then starting every game and showing people what I can actually do on the pitch resulted in me getting player of the month. You know, my first few run of games and I get player of the month. I thought like that was well deserved. I thought it was fantastic from me. I thought it was really good from my teammate as well, because, you know, we battled it out right to the end. He kind of just scored loads of goals, which kind of meant that, like, it balanced it out. I'd say performance-wise I did better that month, but, you know, he's scoring goals. Like, you have to take it off. Like, if you're scoring goals, you're scoring goals. So, yeah, it was just a little bit of a difficult one, because I finally got into the team and that, and I was doing really well, and then I pulled my hamstring, or I definitely hindered it quite massively. I hindered it massively, which ended up me missing 4 weeks worth of football, and ever since I've come back from the injury, I just haven't hit the same form. I remember I scored my second game back from the injury, but I just wasn't the same. The games weren't the same. The pitches were a bit more like harder to play on, and you know, the season just came to an end, and it was such an unsuccessful season. We got to the semi-final and knocked out by one of the worst teams we played. I'm so annoyed to that semi-final till this day, but it is what it is. One of the most shocking seasons in football for me, and it for everybody else. Like, we were all winners in that changing room, but it just weren't meant to be, you know. So from going off to like a massive high of winning the league, probably hitting my peak in my football, like, you know, I scored about 9 goals in 5 games, I think it was, and I got a hat-trick to decide the league game. Like, it was just an amazing high, from amazing dip to amazing good and then back low, and it's just to the point now where I'm just playing and having fun. I'm playing at the MK Dons program at my school. I'm just playing and having fun, man. I'm just trying to enjoy football again. That's why I might get back into Sunday League towards the end, just to finish off the end of this season, and we'll see where we go. And I've kind of reflected at the last 2 seasons I've had, and I've always had a slow start to the season, and it's always got good towards the winter time, and then it's gone back down again. Whereas the season where I won the league, it's gone low and then high, and then it carried on going up. So I've got to look at my pre-season preparation. Am I preparing right for the season? Am I, you know, getting in good shape? Am I good, optimal, like, fitness? That's how I've got to start looking at it, because I've had a slow start to the season for the last 2 seasons, and we can't keep having that. I can't keep 3 months into the season and that's when I start hitting my best, you know. At the start is when you have to be at your best, and then that's when it can dip and then go back up again. It's just a weird cycle with me, that's what it is. I saw this absolute beauty just sitting there, and I just wanted to use this as a sort of little plug. Make sure you follow my football Instagram at safootball7, and it's just literally photos and videos of me, literally. Like, I know that sounds so, oh look, you're about yourself, but it is what it is. And yeah, it's just such good memories, man, and I just want to start winning trophies again, and I want to start getting to the top of my game again, and I'm determined next season to make it one of my best seasons, or the best season I've ever had in football, and I'm ready. I am ready for it. I will be playing for the MK Dons program there, and I will be showing you a lot more of that. So yeah, it is what it is. Football will be coming back on the channel, as well as FIFA, as well as IRL. I'm just mixing everything. I'm trying to have fun with YouTube again. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you are new. This was my update on football. If you're all you guys that wanted to know, for you guys that didn't want to know and still watch the video, thank you. It means a lot. Like, other videos that you'll probably want to watch will be on the channel soon. If you're a FIFA guy, Thursday, FUT Champions rewards. I've just been really bored with FIFA, I can't lie to you, so sorry if that's died down, but it is what. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye.